Good morning.
Good morning.
We're okay.
I was just trying
let
to.
me lead here.
Oh my gosh.
She's very nervous, and so when Coach Meeks is nervous, she may talk a lot. So I know I do when I'm nervous. Say good morning to everyone, Coach Meeks.
I'm afraid to talk too much. Good morning.
So it's been a long time since we've done our teacher interviews. Kind of a funny story about this interview is Coach Meeks is afraid of cameras. And so when she was approached by my recruiter, she promptly withdrew. I can't do that. I'm afraid of cameras. And so I reached out to her yesterday of an evening and encouraged her vigorously to be a part of this. And so she is really glad that she
didn't really have a choice.
She's really glad that she did come.
He picked a very busy week, Heart Hustle T-shirt week.
She even reached out to me this morning to tell me how excited she was about this interview. It's been, I think, before Christmas. Let me ask my producer. It was before Christmas. It's been before Christmas since we've done teacher interviews, so I'm really excited. And, you know, I've known Coach Meeks for a long time, 11 years maybe. Her husband and I were APs together, and we actually took a trip when PBIS or Ovaeus Bullying, I think, came out, a bullying conference. We went to that together, and that's kind of how I met Coach Meeks. So, but I don't really know a lot about where you grew up, where you went to school. So those kind of are the questions that we're going to ask.
Okay.
May throw some curveballs.
Love it.
But I do understand that your husband played college baseball, so you should be prepared for the curves.
I am.
Okay.
Sometimes.
All right. Tell us about yourself, where you're from, where you went to elementary school.
I'm supposed to look at you.
You can look at both. I like to do this. I'll gaze here,
and then
hold it for about a second and a half, and then go back. But when I go back, I kind of throw an eyebrow up when you.
Might can flare my nostrils.
I'm good at that. I'm really good at that.
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Well, I was born in Jacksonville, Florida. We moved to Atlanta when I was 2 weeks old.
Were you born on the beach?
No, Memorial Hospital. What is about 10 minutes from the beach.
But they didn't make it a Memorial Hospital until after you were born.
Correct.
That's in your honor.
Correct. On October
See, guys,
8th.
we find out stuff that a lot of people don't know.
October birthdays.
What's your maiden name?
Spencer.
So the hospital is now Sarah Spencer Memorial Hospital?
Correct. Sarah Spencer. Doesn't that have a nice tone? I always liked that name, Sarah Spencer. Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing you didn't end up a Spencer.
Monogram is really cool. It's less big M and then little S, so it's symmetrical. You know, SMS. So it looks really pretty. You probably wouldn't know about that.
Stockbridge Middle School.
Kind of. Stockbridge. That. Oh no, it's the high school that's now Stranger Things. But, yeah.
All right. So Memorial Hospital in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, where is Jacksonville in Florida?
It's North Florida.
North of Florida.
Mm-hmm. So it's close to Georgia. So it's right down below the line, not too far.
Okay.
And then close to the beach. So where I lived, Jackson was a really large. For me to get to school took 45 minutes one way. Elementary school was 5 minutes up the road. But I was also 10 minutes from the beach. So anytime we wanted to go to the beach, we were 10 minutes away. So it was nice.
Awesome.
Lots of places to eat in Jacksonville.
So I guess this is one thing that I've always wondered about living at the beach or living close to the beach. How did you deal with the sand? Like sand in your car, sand in your clothes, sand in your shoes?
It was everywhere.
Was it a constant battle with sand?
Mm-hmm. Even our dirt there was different. Like here you go out and you get muddy. You know, when kids go out for recess, you come in with mud. In Jacksonville, the dirt is sand.
Sandy.
Yeah. We don't have red. There was no red clay.
I've heard that sandy soil is really good for growing potatoes.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that's true.
We didn't grow potatoes.
Okay.
We didn't
So
grow anything.
You were born at
alligators.
Sarah Spencer Memorial Hospital in Jacksonville in 95?
We'll go with that. We'll go with that. I actually graduated high school in 95.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Graduated in 96. Okay, so where did you tell us a little bit about your elementary years.
Elementary, we're the Mustangs.
Okay, so full circle, kind of.
Yes,
Right,
Mustangs. And then instead of a middle school for 6th, 7th, and 8th, we had a 6th grade center. So I went
love that idea.
Across town.
All you middle school teachers out there, you guys probably would love that too.
And it was a big deal because we had to cross the really big bridge across the St. Johns River to get to our 6th grade center. So
now,
it took
were
the bus
there
every day.
handrails on the bridge?
Scary.
Was it a wooden bridge?
No, it was a drawbridge. I think it was a drawbridge.
So you like if you heard the siren going off, you really had to go fast.
Right.
So you could make the gap.
Right.
The bridge.
Yeah. Exactly.
You just school gets. Did you ever miss the jump?
Only once. Only once.
Lucky for you, you're a good swimmer, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so you had to go across the drawbridge.
Yes, for 6th grade. And then,
all joking aside, so there's not a lot of drawbridges anymore because they've since come because they hold up traffic. So they've since built higher. Is that drawbridge still there? Do you know?
It is still there, but I'm not sure if it's a drawbridge now because they've added some more bridges.
So like when y'all were taking the bus across, did you have to stop a lot or did they only let it up certain times of the day?
I think it's just certain times.
About that.
Yes.
Okay, so you went to elementary school, then you went to the 6th grade center, and then what happened?
And then we had a 7th through 12th grade Stanton College Preparatory School.
Ew.
It was a very
my pink India.
Yes, it was
preparatory school.
It was also across town.
Now is that a public school?
It was a public school, but you had to. Jacksonville has magnet schools. I don't have schools for different things, like
because
arts.
They draw people in.
Right, they draw people
Magnets
in.
draw
so
things.
This was a school just thought I should go to.
Okay, so then what happened?
And then in my 11th grade year, I switched schools because the preparatory school was a little much for me. It was a little intense. So
kind of like the circus fires.
Yes.
They were intense.
This was very intense.
Yeah.
So then I switched schools to another school my junior and senior year.
Then what happened?
Then I went to college. My parents I think they were happy to see me go off to college. Florida State University, go Seminoles. It's a great school, Tallahassee, Florida.
Have you ever got your picture taken with Bobby Bowden?
No.
You went there and you didn't?
I know.
Funny story. I have a friend who's at LaGrange, Troup County High, and he went on a mission trip. I think it was our junior year in college. Worked in Panama City at the Winn-Dixie down there. While he was down there, a picture of him and Bobby Bowden. Bobby Bowden had come into the Winn-Dixie in Panama City. He stayed there with his arm around Bobby Bowden. So
I never had that chance.
All right. So then what happened?
I met my husband.
Ryan went to FSU.
He went to Tallahassee Community College. He's playing baseball.
What did you, when you went to college, I guess here's the piece that I forgot. You decide you wanted to be a teacher?
That was probably a little bit later. I had my degree from Florida State in marketing, actually. And when I moved to Georgia, my husband wanted to teach and coach. And I always wanted to teach because my mom was a teacher. So it was really weird. They got my degree in marketing. I think I was trying to rebel a little bit. Yeah. But then when I grew up and moved to Georgia, I realized that's probably what I should have been doing. So I went back on my teaching certificate.
So where'd you go back and get your teaching certificate?
Georgia College. Georgia College. Yes.
All right. So, and then came to Spalding. Where did you start?
Teaching?
Teaching.
Atkinson. I taught at Atkinson for 3 years. I taught 3rd grade.
Then what happened?
And then I actually met.
That's going to be my saying when we interview. Every good interviewer has a saying. And then what happened?
And then what happened? Well, I need to say this, though. At Atkinson, it was very cool because you know who I taught with at Atkinson? Miss G and Miss Davis. We didn't really teach together, but we were there together.
Now, would this be the same Susie B. Atkinson?
Yes.
Yes. Did you ever get to teach with Susie?
No. She was gone by the time I got there.
Okay. All right.
Taught there for 3 years. And then
I do wonder, do you know why it was called Susie B. Atkinson?
For Susie B. I need to find out who Susie B is.
Yeah, I think that she was. I don't really know, but I think that she was a pretty prominent person
I'm
that
thinking
time.
so too.
Because Atkinson's a fairly old school.
Yes.
Been forever.
Yes.
Okay, so then you moved from Susie B.
To Futral. Miss Ellerby was the principal here at the time. Miss Ellerby hired
No
me.
relation to Susan B. Okay.
I don't think so.
So Miss Ellerby, in what year was that?
That was 2004 because that was the year Bo was born.
Okay.
I was pregnant with my son.
And so you've been here since 2004. What have you taught here?
I have taught first grade here for 4 years, fourth grade for 4 years, and then I moved to the gym. And this is my 4th year in the gym.
And Miss Hudson tells me that you don't seem to be very happy in the gym, that you was really hoping to move back into a third grade position.
She would say that.
Is there any truth in that?
No.
You guys got to watch Miss Hudson. She secretly is trying to sabotage Miss Meeks because she really has a passion for physical education. No, so we love having you in PE, Coach Meeks. I love all the extra things that you do for our school, the Heart Hustle. And
Heart Hustle, February 10th. I got to put that plug in there.
And you've done a really good job with PE. And I think the kids love PE. I taught PE. It's a fun job. And so we're blessed to have you. And thank you for coming in this morning. And my producer is cutting me off because we're going over time. So,
Thank
all right,
you.
guys.
Bye,
Now you know a little bit more about Coach Meeks. Have a great day.